Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Duke's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He's got his man.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Trying play action. Now improvising. Smashes through. Got room at the 35. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry up.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented.
And the quarterback is snowed under. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations, and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Blue Devils are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Being aware of the entire situation, maybe you just let that ball go out of bounds, but he makes the catch and he'll lose yardage. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. 10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Alabama Crimson Tide side offense comes out for their first possession of the game. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going to...
There he goes down the right side. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Leaves it with the back. Dances away from one. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. Discards a man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. skips away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
It's a draw. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Throwing right. Got him, and nobody's close. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Blue Devils have their offense in high gear. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll run play action. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score! Touchdown, Bama! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On target.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes that Alabama offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. To the air on 1st down. And that one's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Quarterback on the keeper. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches, and they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Going to the running game. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Unleashes one. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Holding. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Back open in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. The play action fake. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They were really starting to put a drive together. But after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run. And you've seen over the years, they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. No huddle offense to the line. Off play action. Lets it fly. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Power football with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And they stop the fourth down pass. The defense gets off the field. First down for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fung. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's looking for an open man on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the move at the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fung. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Extending the play. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Blue Devils in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. And that is no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game.
13.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gonna let it fly. Catch in stride inside the 15. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
the Blue Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in good gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense working from the pistol. The give to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough. They're up by 10 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now they'll run it to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He wants to take the top off. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, with the receivers these guys have, it's not surprising me that they're going back-to-back taking shots. Last play it worked, this play it didn't. But if I'm them, keep your foot on the pedal, man. Keep taking shots.
It's caught downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Tide! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They go to the draw. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might as well give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He throws one to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Open space at the 25. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Wide out in motion.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
36-19.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's quick. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Blue Devils are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They're bringing heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the catch down the right side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Duke! What a grab and go for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
36-27.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to run it. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Fights off a defender. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
2nd down.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Almost almost got to the sticks on 3rd down, able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. They'll try it on the ground. How about that defense right? Stopping him short on 4th down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give to the tailback. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Here he goes breaking the pocket. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity nowadays.
Now on 1st down from the 40.
This is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they can take care of you, and those numbers start to pile up.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking to scramble. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Good, right down the boulevard. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Iowa State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Ames is worth its weight in gold to the Cyclones. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll run the sneak for it.
And I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Dances away to buy time, and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Trying play action. On the run, fires downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
He'll get rid of it. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. It's a one-possession game in the 4th. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Unloads to the right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to buy time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Here's a throw downfield late. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He'll pull it down and run. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. From the gun to give, looking for room. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking to go up top on first down. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. After this, it'll be a wrap. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Touchdown tie! And the punishment has been extended.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different-looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got